In chapter 2, you only need to remember the z-score equation and that's it. The normal curve would look like this, and whenever a question asks about 68%, 95%, remember that it's about the normal curve. So a lot of people get confused with the less than information. So if the z is bigger than the number, it means that 1 minus the percentage. So, example 1. If z is bigger than negative 2.15, you would draw where z-score is at to visualize it. It's very important to draw your normal curve. If z equals negative 2.15, you want to change it to a probability that you would know. It will show in your packet, which is your standard normal probabilities. So if I convert negative 2.15, it will be 0.158. However, 0.158 is the probability of this part. So if I want to find this green part, I must subtract it from 1. If I subtract it, I'll get 0.842, which would be my overall probability. So if you want a real life example, pause the video and find example 1 in your packet that is talking about the Tiger Woods. Okay, so it's number 1 is asking about at least what percent of tigers travel at least 20 to 90 yards between 300 and 325 and the 80th percentile. So as it shows, the mean is 304 yards and the standard deviation is 8 yards. I want to find the probability, therefore I must find the z-score. So if I set an equation like this, at least 290 yards, my graph would look like this. And if I find the z-score, it will equal to negative 1.75. And if I draw that in a normal curve, it will look like this, right? And if I change it to a standard normal probability, it will be 0.04101. However, that 0.04 is talking about this area. We want to know this yellow area. Therefore, I would subtract it by 1 and would get 95.99. And if I explain this, it will be about 95.99% of tigers travels at least 290 yards. It's important to multiply by 100. So number 2. So what travels between 305 and 325 yards? So if I change it to my z-scores, and if I round it up, it will look like these. I will change those in my standard normal probabilities and get these numbers. However, those, if they are drawn in the normal curve, it will look like this. However, that is not my percentage. I have to subtract it in order to find this percentage in between those things, right? So I would get 0.444, which is my tigers travels between 305 and 325 yards. So number 3, what is the 80th percentile? That 80th percentile would be my standard normal probabilities. If I look at the graph, if I look at the table and change it to the z-score, it would look like 0.84. So we want to know the distance, right? So they're asking for the x value. If I put 0.84 in my z-score and x minus 304 over 8, and we find the x, I would get 310.72 yards. And that is all you need to remember for chapter 2, which is finding the z-score. That is it, and that's so easy. Do not get frustrated.